Hi, I'm Certified Sommelier Beverly Crandon, and welcome back to another episode of What I'm Drinking This Week. And what I'm drinking this week is super timely, as I4C has just occurred, which is Ontario's Cool Climate Chardonnay celebration. And what I'm drinking is the Divergence Gradient 2025 Chardonnay. This is actually really special. This particular bottle, small production. It is one that you get from the Winery Club, but for I4C, it's actually just released this month for I4C. For I4C, they're making it available to a small number of people. But listen, today's What I'm Drinking is clearly about the Divergence Gradient Chardonnay, but also the story behind the winemaker. So even though this particular wine, by the time you watch this, you may not be able to get your hands on it, the things that this winemaker produces over at Divergence, it's worth it. You need to go and check them out. Okay, so a bit more about the background of this winery. So the producer, the winemaker is Jeff Moot. Very interesting history. So Jeff actually grew up as an engineer in the chemical processing industry, and then decided to make the leap into adding wine to his repertoire. And the engineering piece comes to play a part when you taste these wines, and we'll talk about that in a second. But nonetheless, he's really made it up through the ranks, right? He's spent time at Fielding Estate, Creekside, Trias, and then after that decided to open up his own brand, which is Divergence. Divergence is all about quality without compromise. If you talk to Jeff, that's what he'll tell you. It's a virtual winery, so his grapes come from hand-selected parcels of land across the peninsula, and you can really see that exactness in terms of what Jeff is looking for in the glass. And that's what I'm saying when I taste some of these wines, the precision around them. Like I'm getting that engineering angle from Jeff. So now here's the story behind the Gradient Chardonnay. This was not a wine that was planned from day one. It was something that was born out of opportunity that arose. So the story is that Jeff had the grapes for this, very ripe Chardonnay grapes, and he had originally thought he was going to make sparkling wine with them, which if you look at the Divergence portfolio, you can see that is his jam, is sparkling wine, and they're very lovely. But when he tasted the juice for this, he realized, like the base wine, he realized that it wasn't quite what he was looking for his sparkling wine program. So he decided to lean into what the juice was giving him. The juice was giving him very ripe structure, but calling for some more textural additions and winemaking to happen to this wine. So you see extended lees aging, for example, with this, which gives it lovely texture. But although I talk about the ripeness, this bottle, and Jeff even says it himself, he says this is a bottle that is more about concept and terroir versus the grape being Chardonnay. Because where the grapes come from, the Mio Vineyard, 90% is from there, that's Lincoln Lake Shore, and then 10% from Grimsby Hillside. Cool sites, right? A lot of limestone there driven as well. And so because of that, you still get that racing acidity regardless of the ripeness, but he was able also to keep the alcohol fairly low on this, so only 11.5%. So what you're getting in the bottle is truly, it's based on the decision, based on the terroir, based on what the grapes are giving you. And that to me is what winemaking is all about, right? It's Mother Nature, it's vintage variances, it's what's happening, what you're faced with, and how can you turn that into something beautiful for the consumer. And I think Jeff did a great job with this. Right, let's go ahead and taste this Divergence together. First of all, on color, it's very light with some green flecks in there. On the nose, it's got a great nose. I am getting what I normally get from lees aging if it's been extended, like some nuttiness on the nose, and I'm getting some beeswax on the nose, but green apple for sure, pear, lemon pith, orange blossom. I'm gonna go ahead and taste this. Yeah, for sure, Cool Climate Chardonnay. That acidity, mouth-watering, but bright, energetic, lively, great for the wine. A lot of orchard fruit on the palate, a great citrus on the palate, ripe citrus on the palate. pears in there, some anise in there, slight touch of caraway seed also at the back. Long finish. And the finish is round, it's complex. You get some of the weight, that texture from the lees aging. You're getting some of that in there, but then it's also accompanied with that lovely citrus, which is now dropped to the bottom of my palate, just below my tongue. Mouth still watering from the acidity. My last sip was how long ago, and I'm still tasting this. This is a fantastic wine. It's the Divergence 2025 Chardonnay. Yeah, 11.5% alcohol, wild ferment, extended lees aging, but in two really lovely sites, Lincoln Lakeshore and Grimsby Hillside. I will drop a link to a great video that we did that talked all about the appellations in Ontario, so you get a kind of feel for where those two are. But I'm also going to drop a link to Jeff's project, Divergence, so you can see all of his wines and truly get a chance to explore what he's doing with sparkling wine. I feel we're gonna hear more about Divergence. We're gonna hear more about Jeff. It's on the come up. You gotta. So there you have it. That's what I'm drinking this week, which is the Divergence Gradients 2025 Chardonnay out of Niagara. Producer Jeff Moot. A stunning Chardonnay, Cool Climate Chardonnay, 100% Chardonnay, wild ferment, extended lees aging. This is something that, you know what, you don't even need food with. It's great with conversation and quite refreshing on these really hot days of summer. It's perfect. But so this is what I'm drinking this week. If you like this, drop me a like, drop me a comment. Let me know what Chardonnays you're drinking. Let me know if particular Chardonnays from a particular area are your thing. And also let me know what you think I should explore next in terms of what I'm drinking. So cheers, happy drinking, happy exploration, happy learning, and see you on the next one.